Morning everybody, this is your Euro USD setups for today. So really tough trading at the moment. So we've got an area here, so I'll give it to you now and just explain what we have here. Okay, so you can see there's a range bar here, and then you've got this big tail sitting here. So that is a fairly important level. And just below that you have a pin bar, and pin bars, I keep saying that they are extremely important, and just saying that you need to add that pin bar in as well. Now price went up, rejected that zone and has come back, so we have a big pin bar off this zone, and the zone was between 108.676 and 108.565. So that was the zone that we were looking at. We did get a rejection. That was a bit of a messy rejection. We've also rejected all the moving averages now in the 8th hour. So that is also the 150 EMA, which has been rejected. So big question here is this continuing to the downside? So we're looking at more dollar strength, or are we just looking for a area of support? And I suppose we could just put this area in here, which is 107.962. So are we going to re-range in this zone like we did in the past, or is this the start of something that continues to the downside? So nothing really concrete at the moment, but if you start looking at the 3 hour, break below the moving averages, clear retest of the 150, didn't quite get there, but I'll take that, and then an engulfing bar off it. But then we kind of fizzled out going into the close. Also, you can see the separation of the oscillator, so this should indicate a lot more of a downside move coming. Just looking at the chaos on the indexes, I'm not entirely convinced. So again, pin bar on the hour, right off the zone, below the 150 EMA. I mean, it was a no-brainer. There was your shorts, call it a 200-point stop loss for a 200-point gain. You can see straight onto the next level of support, which is right here, clear as daylight, and that's where we are right now. So oscillators group the downside, but cross over the moving averages and below the 150. So you would be favoring a move to the downside. However, there's so much noise around the interest rate cuts and the number of cuts and the number of pauses that I'd be very cautious, because every time a politician opens his mouth, there's a different message that comes out as to when the pause is, when the interest rate cuts are, etc. So this is all driven by that noise at the moment, unfortunately. And then obviously on the euro, that's on the dollar side, and then on the euro side you've got a mixed bag of results. You've got, I think it was Switzerland that cut rates already, and then you've got some other areas where there's positive data. If you just look what's happening on the DAX, I think the DAX is just flying in one direction, everything's fine. So there's a lot of noise in Europe as well, which is pulling the euro in the opposite direction, or damaging the euro in the opposite direction, should I say. So yeah, so 50-50 call, to be honest. I think what you need to be doing today is just pay attention to the levels. Now you can see we've tested this 108.353 already. So the next logical thing would be to see a break below 108.236. Price needs to come back and test that, and then I would also be looking at my pin bars, and you can take this one and just dump it on the pin bar that's there. So this level is still very much in play. So a rejection of 108.342 gets you short. A rejection here at 108.275 gets you short. Don't do it now. This looks appetizing, but in my experience, don't do it in the Asian session, and you've got a strong area of support that you are hovering on at the moment. So, and that's at 108,236. So that's not what I'd be looking to do. So that's kind of my view at the moment, and you might just want to zoom out to the hour just to make sure that you're not getting too distracted. And there, I've adjusted that level already, so you can see 108,361 double bottom here on the hour. And have we tested it? We did find support on it, but we have not. I suppose you can argue that that tail there is a rejection, but I suppose it's still open. So 108,360 is the area to pay attention to. You want to be on the lower time frames for a move down. I don't like the way the 1 hour oscillators are at the moment. This is just indicating we're coming up to a strong area of support, which is true, but we know that. So you could find us bounce all the way back up to 108,565 as well. So in other words, just start forming the range, because that's basically what should happen. You're getting positive noise on either side of the currency. So on the euro and the USD, you're getting negative noise on both sides. So that's just confusion, and it's going to be a seesaw. So that's what I would expect to happen. I'd expect us to form a bigger range somewhere along the line. But we're going to have to find a zone of support and a zone of resistance and fluctuate between that. And that's kind of what you do have at the moment. But yeah, there's a lot of indication that we should be moving lower down and coming back down to 107,962. But that could be the bigger range forming. Anyway. My advice really is sit tight. Don't try to get involved in this at the moment. We are sideways. If you look at it on the hour, I wouldn't be too excited. If you are short from yesterday, I would move stop to entry and pay very close attention to this 108,236. Because if this continues going sideways like this, I would actually just take profit and switch off the charts. Anyway, that's kind of my view today. Completely confused and sitting on the sides, not really going to try and second guess this. We'll wait for better structure before we get involved on Forex. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.